This is BBC Television.
This is BBC Television.
This is BBC One.
There'll be further comment on the budget in the evening news at 5:40, and the Chancellor of the Exchequer will be interviewed in the Tonight programme at 11:15 this evening. And now on BBC One, we're joining the Pink Panther.
Tonight's feature film was made some 5 years earlier and brought to world prominence Liza Minnelli. Joel Grey and Michael York join her in Bob Fosse's famous atmospheric musical Cabaret.
Well, in 5 minutes, Pete and Kathy are in for a shock when they return to Albert Square. Before that, a look ahead to a new drama series beginning soon on Saturday nights.
You're watching BBC One, where members of the royal family join the nation to commemorate those who laid down their lives. This year's Festival of Remembrance.
Whip-cracking movie action now on BBC One. Harrison Ford's up to his neck in snake pits and booby traps. With strobe lighting, our Indiana Jones trilogy begins tonight with Raiders of the Lost Ark.
The Only Way is up in Airport in 50 minutes. First on BBC One, a mother in labour en route to the hospital starts a frantic shift in Casualty. There's a monster on the loose and charming the ladies in the X-Files in half an hour. Another shaggy dog story first on BBC One in Airport. Now on BBC One, does Mulder really believe in fairy tales?
cliffhanger with a difference first on BBC One. New comedy for Friday nights now on BBC One. Reunited in love and rivalry, James Fleet and Gregor Fisher both try to do their bit for brotherly love.
The BBC News now on BBC One with Nicholas Witchell.
BBC One now joins BBC News 24 and USA Direct.
The weather view now on BBC One with Peter Cockcroft. Through the night now on BBC One with BBC News 24.
Here on BBC One, BBC News 24.
Now on BBC One, The Sky at Night with Patrick Moore.
Welcome to Good Friday morning and our brand new look on BBC One. Now on BBC One, animal stars take the spotlight. A meditation for Good Friday now on BBC One. Bishop Richard Holloway explores the story of Jesus' last hours.
Fun with the little people. Meet the borrowers in half an hour on BBC One. And this is BBC One with a load of doggy love.
With U2's Bono and Sophie Ellis-Bextor as you've never seen them before, French and Saunders present their own version of The Lord of the Rings. The Egg is tonight at 9:30 here on BBC One. Catch up with BBC One's new Sunday night drama Rescue Me follows Good Friday night with Jonathan Ross.
From serious campaigns to oddly shaped vegetables. It's the story of That's Life tomorrow evening at 5:40 here on BBC One.
The countdown continues. Just half an hour till those doors open. Then at 10:35, find out who you've chosen to be the final student. Now on BBC One, look out. Phil is losing it.
You're watching BBC One.
Morgan Freeman's got a case that's a little too close to home. BBC One's Saturday night movie Kiss the Girls in just over an hour. Don't miss it.
Now on BBC One, the 10 o'clock news with Hugh Edwards and Gillian Joseph.
This is BBC One, the one place to be on Friday night.
And after the football tomorrow, stick with BBC One for brand new drama with Robin Hood and the return of Strictly Come Dancing. Right now, new comedy. This is the one to watch tonight. He doesn't look for trouble, it finds him. Brand new drama Robin Hood starts tomorrow at 7:05. Now on BBC One, back to college, and with some strong language, it's a real education.
A very good morning to you and a warm welcome to a new look for BBC One with a brand new high-action adventure, Robin Hood, kicking off in a very major way this Saturday night at 7:05. We're going to be finding out exactly how good fish is for us at 11:30 in Ever Wondered on BBC One. And that's right after we join James Martin in the Saturday Kitchen. Brand new series of Strictly Come Dancing tonight with Darren Jordan. And the England match is followed by a major brand new drama as the battle for Sherwood Forest begins on BBC One in Robin Hood at 7:05. Back to this Saturday afternoon now, and it's Football Focus.
So, a brand new lineup for the new look Saturday night on BBC One, with Robin Hood at 7:05 and Strictly Come Dancing at 7:50. All that after England take on Macedonia on Match of the Day Live.
Nicky Campbell and the Watchdog team right more wrongs tomorrow night at 7. Back to now on BBC One, and the cheeky grease monkeys that are ripping us off. Tonight, Jonathan Ross gives us his verdict on the new screen version of Alan Bennett's acclaimed play, The History Boys. Before that, there's some blue humour on BBC One as we get the bigger picture from Graham Norton and guests.
The National Lottery draws are live in 45 minutes here on BBC One, but first a pit stop and a hitchhiker for Doctor Who. Jekyll.
This is Dance.
Karen Hardy by pressing the red button now.
Two very different sisters find themselves in need of a wealthy husband and are swept off their feet. David Morrissey stars in a new adaptation of Jane Austen's classic Sense and Sensibility at 9:10. New Year's Day on BBC One, where it's out with the old.
Sheila Hancock stars in the first of a new series, The Last Word Monologues, tonight at 10:35. Right now on BBC One, it's over to Brian Lane for his post-match analysis.
Discover the cottage that's so run down the owners have to live in a caravan. DIY SOS to the rescue in half an hour on BBC.
All the nail-biting tension of the Strictly Results show to come later. We say goodbye to another couple in an hour. Before that on BBC One, and looking glorious on BBC One HD, we're in the great outdoors.
A visit to the beautiful Yorkshire Dales Country File is coming up after the New Year's Day Songs of Praise here on BBC One.
Now the BBC News with Simon McCoy.
All the latest from the Premier League as Chelsea begin their title defence at home to Burnley. Final score is in 45 minutes. Now, here's Jules.
And straight from the sunny beach, Chris Marshall and Don Warrington join the One Show at 7 o'clock. Stay wrapped up warm now on BBC One with
Potting with a history lesson.
Good morning. It's 6 o'clock, which means it's time for breakfast here on BBC One.
First position, let's go.
And wishing you a very happy new year from all of us here on the late team at BBC One Scotland. Well, now we join our pensioners holed up in the Osprey Heights hoist at Hogmanay. Try saying that after a few brandies.
So, My In Class is today's familiar face, taking a look at the changing face of the NHS over the decades here on BBC One in an hour. Before that, Homes Under the Hammer.
An armoured bear is coming. I'd move if I were you. Here's Dark Materials tomorrow at 8. Right now on BBC One, size does matter.
And on EastEnders tonight, Stephen and Lauren still have their problems, but has Abby worked out what's going on? Now on BBC One, wish you were here.
Yep, polling day looms. All the coverage from 9:55 tomorrow night. Now on BBC One, with strong language and some scenes which some viewers may find upsetting, we're tracking the Met. Yep, a really ambitious project to kick off the new series. Nick and the gang are back tomorrow night. Now on BBC One, the programme that really makes you think about what's in your fridge. Eat well for less with a new series.
Saturday night's musical showdown, Mel Gedroych, 6 new singing acts and one almighty pitch battle tonight at 7:30. But now BBC One is bringing a family back together with an escape.
So, from the last 6 choirs, which one will get your vote? It's the Pitch Battle Live final tonight at 7:25. But now on BBC One, we've a big, green, reluctant king.
There's Partners in Rhyme here on BBC One Northern Ireland. Not the edition you may be expecting, though.
Promise of auction room thrills and spills, bargain hunting in Hay on Wye in half an hour. First, food advice to consume on BBC One.
Good morning. From today, you might notice our TV channels look a little bit different. We hope you like it. Right now on BBC One, it's time for breakfast. Hello, Wednesday morning. I'm Alison, live with you on BBC One. Later, the stakes couldn't be higher for Sid. Doctors here at 1:45, but now Dom is bringing a delicacy to your door. One of the steepest gardens you'll ever see. A home in the Welsh Valleys goes under the hammer on BBC One in half an hour after Naga. Wednesday nights always come with a warm fuzzy feeling here on BBC One as the repair shop opens its doors. A brand new episode tonight at 8. And we're back on track now, all aboard the 12:15. Coming up on BBC One, the search is on for a home and holiday let. Escape to Cornwall with us in 45 minutes. But first, the coins are stacked. Here's Rick.
Revving up for a road trip, Natasha is storming ahead. Can Raj catch her? We're in Kent in 45 minutes after a trip to the tip here on BBC One.
Good morning, BBC One on Tuesday, starting the new day with breakfast now at 6.
Late night film romance here tomorrow. Only You at 11:10. Now, with scenes of a sexual nature. Two powerful women, queens or pawns.
It's the general knowledge quiz where the answers no one can think of will win you the points. It's called Pointless and it's on BBC One this afternoon at 5:15. Back to this morning and you've got to do your homework to get ahead at this game.
Welcome to Friday on BBC One. Later this afternoon, we can bargain hunt in Hertfordshire at 12:15. First, they've lived to tell us the tale. Close calls on BBC One.
So Scarlett Moffat plays detective with Judy and Richard. Well, she tries anyway. New This Is My House after some top moments from Paddy and the gang.
Hello and a very good morning to you from BBC One. It's time for breakfast.
We've got a big jackpot and a round on films in 45 minutes. Pointless on BBC One after a day 3 shopping spree through the southwest.
Now BBC One, the weather for the week ahead with Chris Fox.
Some medals can be won in a flash, others have to be fought for. Hour after hour, day after day, courage, commitment, grit and guile. It's Tuesday night, Sean with you live for day 5 of the Commonwealth Games.
BBC One brings the outdoors in later. Stay out of the heat but still enjoy the views at 2:30 with a countryside summer. No appointments to view now. We're going straight to auction.
Yes, behind the Olympic glory, a traumatic childhood journey. The untold story in half an hour. A change to our Wednesday night before that on BBC One. We're at the repair shop.
All-night news stories from the BBC News Channel in a few minutes here on BBC One, after the latest word on the weather for the weekend and beyond with Ben Bridge.
Our rookie cricket team are ready for their toughest test, the finale of Freddie Flintoff's Field of Dreams, here on BBC One at 8. Now, between the heat and the thunderstorms, best place for gardening today is right here.
In 45 minutes, less pruning, more playing. A low-maintenance garden rescue for a young family in Bicester. First, come with us as we escape on BBC One. They've got this. England face Sweden for a place in the final. Don't miss the Women's Euros live here at 7:25 tonight on BBC One. Now, quite the challenge.
We're handing over to the BBC News channel in a few minutes after the weather for the week ahead now on BBC One from Helen Willits.
England's Lionesses have done it. Tonight it's Germany-Austria live here on BBC One at 7:30 for a place in the semis of the European Women's Championship.
Good morning and welcome to BBC this Monday. Now at 6 o'clock, time for breakfast on BBC One.
Well, I got a bit more news for you. David Tennant in the guest host chair for the first in a double bill at 11:40. Well, that some strong language. They can almost taste that life-changing prize.
Investigating reports that unarmed Afghans were shot by British troops after they surrendered. Panorama at 9. Now, if Freddie thought it was going to be tough getting a team together, now he needs to find them a home.
Welcome to Wednesday. I'm Ali with you live on BBC One. Now, real life or death drama off the Devon coast and a dashcam captures a horror crash. Nick Knowles has the details.
Tonight, live from the BBC One paddling pool, it's Duncan looking after the towels. Now, Tiny's chilling out with us later. Extraordinary portraits at 8:30. But first, anyone for an ice cream?
Yes, the two Conservative leadership hopefuls face each other for the first time on BBC One later. Hello, welcome to Monday night. I'm here live looking after things. Come on, put your feet up with the One Show.
Spreading cheer this Tuesday night at a DIY SOS full of hope and just a sprinkle in of snow. A really big build in Stoke-on-Trent tonight at 8 here on BBC One.
Charlie and the Garden Rescue Team have a couple's Asian dream to bring to life in a new ep in 45 minutes. First, to the banks of the Wye.
Your weather for the week ahead now here on BBC One with Darren Bett.
As we head into Friday, breakfast reports from Buckingham Palace at 6 a.m. ahead of the Platinum Jubilee service of Thanksgiving, also live on BBC One tomorrow. But for now, from me, Dean Lydiot, and our late team here tonight, thanks for your company. Stay in touch now with Nighttime BBC News.